Hi guys, my name is Dimitri MARAMENIDES. Thank you very much for visiting the Epic website. We are under the Infinity V3 4G product right behind me. Let me talk to you about the Infinity V3. A lot of people are asking what size the Infinity V3 is, or the Infinity V2. There's no sizes. If you are looking for a light wind kite, then you need the Infinity. If you're looking to kite in 15 to 20 knots, you don't need the Infinity. If you're looking for a kite to kite in 6, 7 to maybe 13 knots, yes, the Infinity is perfect for you. Okay, so the Infinity is our light wind kite machine. Okay, so again, we had an amazing year with the V1 and V2, and now V3 we're starting now. So the purpose of the Infinity, Momi and I designed the Infinity so you can have fun in a very light wind. Okay, so in light wind, there's a lot of people out there that work. Okay, so after work they don't have a day off to go and kite when it's windy. So after work they want to go to the beach and kite. So if it's blowing 10, if there's a sea breeze of like 9 to 11 knots, they'll be very happy with the Infinity. Okay, V2 or V3 now that we have it. So it's very hard to make something better, but you know, by pushing limits, doing a lot of tests, having you guys helping us with all the R&D, dealers, customers, we're able to improve the V2. So with the V3, we made something really nice. Not only the colors, as you can see, the V2 came with blue. So for the V3, we decided to change a little bit things around. So we made it like a yellow, blue, and a little bit of white. So we combined a little bit of the colors. So now if you really enjoy the V2 Infinity, I think you're in for a treat with the V3. So what I did is I tried to increase the power. So for the V3, we made it a little bit more powerful, like probably like 5 to 6% more power, but we didn't lose the stability, we didn't lose the reachability, and the kite is still really fast and just kite loops around. You know, it's amazing how it just does kite loops. People cannot believe it. So if you're looking for a light wind kite, the Infinity is the kite you've been looking for. The reason I don't have a number on it is because you don't need to know the number. If you're looking for a kite to kite in 6 knots all the way to 11, 12 knots, then it's the Infinity. If you're looking for a kite to kite in 15 to 20 knots, you don't need the Infinity. Okay. Again, I'm 178 pounds. I use the Infinity V3 in 7 to maybe 12 knots, and of course I have the oxygen. This is the oxygen board, very light board, and the combination of the oxygen with Infinity is amazing. I mean, it's perfect, very light, planes really fast. So again, if you're looking for a combination of board and kite, the oxygen V2 and the Infinity V3 will be perfect. Again, we have a lot of people, you know, a lot of heavier riders like 210, 250 pounds, even more, that enjoy the Infinity because it's very fast kite, and usually they kite from 8 knots all the way to 15, 16 knots, but they're heavier guys, so they can hold the kite. I mean, I can hold the Infinity in 18 knots, but I have to change board. But again, it's not fun, okay? So again, the Infinity V3 was designed from 7 to maybe 12 knots for riders like me, and a little bit more for bigger riders. You know, that kite turns like a 14-meter kite, 13 or 14, depending what model you have, what company kite you have. But it turns like a 14, 13-meter kite, but it has the power of a 20-meter kite. So it's that's how it creates its power, from moving the kite, okay? So people have to understand, so when you go, you just don't go and leave the kite. You have to move it, and once you move it, you generate power, and then you can park it. And you can do kite loops, you can do, you know, it's not, if you're looking for a kite to go back and forth, then go with you know, with a foil or whatever. The V3 Infinity is to have fun, to unhook, to have fun, you know, about what you want to do on the kite, on the board. If you want to learn some new tricks, the Infinity, that's what it's made for. Again, the Infinity is part of the Renegade models, okay? And again, it's the Infinity V3. So if you're looking for a kite to have fun out there in the waves, playing on the SUP board, or teaching people in very light wind, you won't believe the schools how well they're doing. I mean, they make their money in no time because they invest on Infinity, and in 7 knots they can teach the you know, the students how to kite in light wind kite conditions. So again, the Infinity has been a great success for advanced riders, for schools, for people that want to join, you know, venture in the ocean. And again, you know, we have videos that proves you, like in light wind. I mean, I've tested the Infinity V3 prototype in really light conditions, and you know, we had it for 2.6 knots all the way to 4.8 knots, something like that, and there's nothing, you know, nothing moving, and I'm on it kiting. Of course, I'm using an SUP board, but the kite just stays there. And I just want to show you how stable the kite is, and it's not back dropping, or it just stays there and you see the board moving. So anyway, the Infinity is part of the Renegades, and the Renegades come in 6.5, 9, 11, 13, and the Infinity V3. Also behind me you see there's a bag here. This is where the Infinity comes in, big compartment, big bag. Inside, when you open it, you have also an extra bag, a red one, with a mesh, so you can put the kite totally full of pumped with the struts. Inside here, you have a compartment, and you have some kite aid. You have also extra goodies. You have also extra set of lines, 5-meter lines. And the reason we have these extra set of meter lines is you can add these 5-meter lines to the 20-meter lines that the kite comes with, so it makes it 27, so you increase the power, so you have more power. Me personally, I'm 178 pounds. I don't need 5-meter lines. I use the Infinity with my 22-meter lines, okay? So if you surf, if you like surfing and it's blowing 7 to 10 knots, then, you know, take the Infinity V3, take your surfboard, go out there and have fun. If you want to push it and you want to kite in 3 to maybe 5 knots on an SUP in the waves, then take an SUP. It works. The kite sits there, it works. So again, if you're 250 pounds, use the 5-meter set of lines and go and have fun. So anyway, again, let me show you a little bit the construction of the kite here. We're keeping very simple, but we pay attention to details. This is the EVA bumper, where all the bridle attachment gets on it, on the leading edge. You can see, very nice. This is where, now you can see how nice and how we pay attention to details. This is the bumper here. Okay, so this protects the strut and the leading edge here from touching. As you can see, all the bumpers are on all the attachments. And here, this is how we pay attention also to the quality and the construction. Right here you have the one pump system, and here you have a clip so you can lock it. Okay, here you have a zip tie under, and we have a neoprene that protects it. This is a deflate, this is the inflate. As you can see here, I removed the elastic around because I like to pump my kites really hard, rock solid. So if I do stuff and I do a lot of crashing, I don't want my leading edge to blow out, okay? So I rather the air pop the valve out. I pump my kites to 10.5 psi. You can fly it at 8.5 psi if you want, or 7, but the best performance is around 10 psi. Again, here, this is where you put the pump leash to pump it, to hold it, so you lock it. Okay, you can use also a 5th line here and put it. All our kites are on 4 lines. You don't need a 5th line. It will launch amazingly without a 5th line. But if you have a bar that has a 5th line, this is where you put the 5th line. So again, this is the Infinity, and it comes with 3 struts. This is the pulley, a really nice Ruston pulley. But you have to make sure that you're always taking care of it so the sand doesn't get in. This is the where you attach your flying lines. This is the where you attach the outside lines. Again, as you can see, we leave like 15-20 centimeters of line after the knot. You have to understand that all our kites come perfectly set out of the bag, ready to fly, okay? They're all trimmed, everything is nice. But you have to understand that everything stretches after a period of time. These knots will stretch. These knots over there will stretch. The brow will stretch. So all that is 5 to 3 centimeters. Then the knots on the bar will stretch. Everything will stretch. So a total of 10 centimeters. So again, this is what you do if the kite's not flying right and the outside lines got too short and the kite is back stalling. All you need to do is come here, 10 centimeters below this knot, make another knot, and then you put it here, okay? And this one, you don't need this anymore, okay? So again, this is what happens if the kite start back stalling and everything gets stretched. But this happens after like 10 hours, 15 hours of kiting, depending on the condition and how strong the wind is. You're here? Let's go kiting. Oh, I forgot, you don't have an Infinity.
like it very much.
So what do you think?
Très bien, très bien.
Très bien, hein?
Elle bouge très très vite.
Elle bouge très vite, hein?
Super loin.
Super bon.
Très puissant.
Merci. So what do you think about the Infinity P3 kite?
Very light, stable, powerful, really nice, simple kite. Feels like it's got tons and tons of power.
And you asked me if a kite loops well. What do you think?
Yeah, kite loop's awesome. I was looping the hell out of it, just like a 12 meter or less, you know. Thing,
I mean, look how
turn it
stable
and it
it
goes.
is.
Yep, it's awesome. Pulls like a truck. For sure, it's an awesome kite.
This is how an angel goes.